Hello, good evening. Good evening. Just realised that I don't like the way my hat is sitting on my head. One moment. See, having my hair up underneath my hat was fine until I put headphones on, and then it was like, uncomfortable. How is everyone? How's everyone doing? I had a interesting day today. I got in the car this morning. Went to go to work. Nick had a day a working from home day today, so he was staying home. And when his alarm went off, he had a message from one of his co-workers to say, "Oh, the road near your house, like the main central road, is closed off." And I was like, "I know about roadworks somewhere else, but that's new to me." Turns out that we had an overturned lorry since last night. So I got in the car at 7:15 when I would normally leave like 10 to 8. And 45 minutes later, I'd moved about 400 meters. So I was like, I'm not doing this. So I messaged my boss. I said, I'm stuck in traffic. I've been stuck in traffic for the last 45 minutes. The route to dog daycare for today is showing another 70 minutes in traffic. But I don't think that's gonna happen because it's like I haven't moved, so I'm gonna take a day holiday today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully they've cleared the road tomorrow. So I finished the coach, the black coach today because I was off. I cleaned the house, I hoovered, I dusted the bedroom, I did 2 washes, and I rubber scrapered the stairs and everything. So I did good stuff today. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to spend some time in the garage painting. So I finished the black coach. Basically, I basically just needed to do the base. That was the last bit that I hadn't finished yet on this. Yeah, so that's done now. I need to put some new batteries in my UV light because we have a really low UV score at the moment. So because it's super cloudy and overcast, so nothing is drying. So my UV resin isn't curing. So, but yeah, make you look bad with the amount I got done today. Yeah, it's still all right. Ooh, nice! Congratulations on the streaks, guys, and thank you for the lurk, both of you. Johan and Marquis, I hope you're both alright. Yeah, it's been, I thought, like, normally if I'm on a day off, I'm not moving by 7:15, right? Or, like, if I'm fully off. Like, if I have to go to work, I'm in the shower by then. But today, I was like, oh, I really need to make sure that 15 in a row. Oh no, you're shrimping. Oh no. What's with all these watch streaks, guys? It's crazy. You're gonna sort food, but you slipped and fell on your bed. Oh, you can't. Oh no. I slipped and I fell and I can't get up. So, delivery? Can you get food deliveries? Would you get food delivery? But yeah, I've had a really strange day. It's been It's been nice. I did stuff that I would normally try and put off because I hate doing it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna spend some time in the garage, do some painting. And then I finished that and I was like, I'm not really sure what to do next. So I started building some of my Deinonychus Deepkin. I have a Vanguard box that I picked up for cheap from a co-worker. And I was like, oh, I'll build the eel boys. And it took slightly longer than I was expecting. And you know what? What else do I have that I've already... that's ready to go? And, well, there you go. You linked your shrimping progress in Discord. Pizza place literally across the road street. Oh, nice. You meant to do painting, but after driving home in a blizzard... Ooh, no, it's exhausting. Hell yeah. That's a lovely yellow. Ooh, and the checker pattern. I'm not surprised you've been shrimping. They are fire. Very nice. I should really grab a cup because I can do it. I'll put it actually on a handle. Yeah, I wouldn't want to maybe have you got anything to base? Like do like some interesting basing bits or something. That's a for me anyway, slightly less brain capacity. I don't know how it is for you, but I like doing basing. But yeah, I took slightly longer than I had planned on the eel riders. I'm not really sure what they're called, of these Vanguard box. So I thought, trying to think, but brain is not braining. And yeah, I built one, and partially built the other two. But I hadn't primed them yet or anything like that. And I was like, you know what? I've had this model on my shelf for literally months. It's been sitting there gathering dust. I will just paint this. So here we are. This is one of the one-page rules. They're essentially well, I won't say it, but they're proxies. You could use them for thank you for the lurk, White Wolf. A 3D print that needs a second layer primer. Yeah, it's sometimes they come out really smooth and lovely, and you don't need to worry much. But it's I found with 3D printed models that even with the resin ones, not filament ones, sometimes you can see layer lines a little bit, and I think there's like a special spray that you can get that fills in things like that, but I don't know if I want to go that far. So just a Zenithal on there. So if all of the Saurian SCLs, you've done nothing with them. Yeah, I think Nivian has them all too. He just likes to sometimes print things for me to so that I have something to, well, something else to paint. But I've never really touched them before. Slightly better, a little bit less bright. Because I always have Warhammer stuff ready, but I've been painting a lot more recently, so I need to build a lot more, and I don't really want to. This one's more we're skimping a bit. I just haven't really primed properly. Yeah, I've been painting a lot more recently, so I just need to build more really. I don't really want to start on my Tyranids yet. I built 3 of the warriors on Monday night on the hangout with our local hobby store. It was really fun actually. I had a really good time with that. Yeah, it's becoming clear that I need to either build more, ask Nivian to build more, or paint less. And painting less is the opposite of what I want to do, so I'm gonna have to build more. And as always, doing a contrast or speed paint base coat because I don't like base coating. So putting something on there that's quick and easy and doesn't fill me with dread is the best way to get started on a new project for me. Because as soon as I can start layering, I really enjoy it, but I'm not a big fan of base coating. That's my least enjoyable part of the hobby. Also, not huge on building. Like, I don't mind it, but it's not my favorite. Probably doesn't help that the only things that the main thing that I've been building were Tyranids, and the Tyranid. We found out the Tyranid warrior kit is from like 2004, so it's really freaking old and just a bit shit. No, it's a proxy technically. It's from One Page Rules. It's one of their Saurid dinosaur riders. I have to admit, I would have to look at my stream title to remember what it's actually called. Hi, Dagamad, you alright? But yeah, different game system entirely. Deinonychus. Hello there. Another speed paint? Not necessarily. Probably. It will be fairly quick, I think. I mean, I won't be finishing it today, but it's something to do in between things because I didn't build enough to. I wasn't really expecting to finish the Black Coach this afternoon or today. I was expecting to do that on stream, but then my working day sort of fell through, and all of a sudden I had a couple of hours this afternoon to work on things. I was like, oh, I really want to do the Black Coach, finish that. And then I realised that was silly. Now you don't have anything to paint on stream or to do on stream. So here we are, with one of the models that has been literally on the shelf over there. They did put feathers on this thing, yeah. I've been, I said this last week and I got sent the webcomic for it, but I've been reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. And Merbringer, hello, how are you? Thank you for the check-in. Appreciated. And they have a Velociraptor, which also has feathers, which I quite like. Your airbrush arrived yesterday. Hell yeah. Which one did you get? Did you get a compressor with it as well? Or did you already have one? I know very little about airbrushes, just that I know, I just know that I quite like using them sometimes. You're painting it like a macaw. I'm going with green and orange feathers, I think. Because I think that will be fun. And then a blue rider. I feel like these are scales of some sort on his thighs, like an armor kind of protection-y thing. At least that's how it feels to me. Belly is going to be a slightly different color. Merbringer, did you have you done anything with it yet, or is it still scary packaged? You know almost nothing about them too, but you're gonna figure out. That's the spirit. I know just enough that I'm not scared of it anymore. I was very scared of it at first. I was really worried I was going to break the needle. And then during our painting class with Siege Studios, James showed us how incredibly durable these things are and how much punishment they can survive, so I'm not too worried anymore now. That really made a big difference for me. If anything, take away, it's that I took away from that course, it was that just how you would ask your uncles he used them, maybe you'll hit him up on Discord or something. Oh yeah. I mean, there are a lot of videos online as well, right? There's a lot of resources about airbrushing and how best to it's more green than blue, or is that because I haven't been good about washing my brush? That's fine, I can build up from this. That's alright. Oh, I need to go leave a lurk because I'm assuming to watch. You're waiting for your food to give a few pointers. Oh, nice, bless you. L-U-R-K. And Chris is streaming, so he gets a little lurk. Cool. Is White Wolf streaming yet? He's not. Oh, he is. There he is. He gets a little lurk as well. Paste. I really freaking wish Twitch would just stop giving me like pointers for chat rooms every time I come back into a stream that I've been in hundreds of times. Well, hello. I personally do not use Flow Improver, but I think that might be a personal choice. I prefer to use thinner instead. It's not the same, I know, but pretty much use thinner for purpose to make life easier after you ate thinner. Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and always a drop of thinner in the cup before you put your paints in. Or you can pre-mix your paints in a different cup. Which I feel when you're starting might be easier, and I still do a drop of thinner in the cup first before you put your paints in, but mixing in the cup is not the easiest to get the correct consistency. I remember James from Siege saying that he always airbrushes at the maximum PSI that he can get away with. I think that's crazy talk, but I think each to their own and all that. He was like, if you can't control your paint coming out of your airbrush, you won't be able to control it with a lower PSI either. Which I feel is true to an extent, but different pressures for different results, right? Let's be trying gun blue on that transformer plaque. Oh, cool. That'd be cool. Is it like a paint, or how does that work, Digamat? Different stroke, yeah, absolutely different strokes. Different PSIs for different folks. Like I said, James from Siege, who is arguably one of the best painters in the country here, he goes as high as possible. It's just whatever you're comfortable with and what you like to work with. It's I don't like it that high, but I now can't remember how high exactly he said he goes, so chemically etches. Oh, okay, that's cool. So do you paint it on and then that etches it and you wash it off, or do you not wash it off? again, with brush sizes, it's the same thing, right? If you have a brush that has a really good tip on it, a really good point on it, you don't need a small brush to do eyes. You can just use a big brush with a good, really sharp point on it. Again, if you can't control your large brush, a small brush is not going to necessarily make it much easier. I feel like a bigger brush is often easier to work with than a smaller brush because I hate how quickly the paint dries on a small brush. I'd much rather use something with a bigger belly so the paint stays moist a bit longer. I hate the word moist, but here we are. Once you get the desired color, you wash it. Oh, cool. Yeah, exactly that, Johan. It's just really annoying that your brush is dried out before you even get your brush to your model. It's just... To make a mistake, this project likes to rust in between working on it. Sprayed with rust inhibitor and add a protection block to go. Well, can you clean that off? This thing has a couple of really awkward angles on it. Very cool model, but... I also want to paint a large... like a bust or a larger scale model sometime. I think that could be really, really fun. Effort and more chemicals. Ah, sensible. Thanks for the look, Marbringer. Okay. A bright green, and this jar needs to go. Oh, more feathers. There's a couple of, well, I say a couple, there's hundreds of really, really exciting busts and large models, larger scale models, and I know that I've got so much Warhammer left that it's difficult to yeah, difficult to prioritize things. Right, I need gold. I need a bright green. I'll have to paint more busts. I've never done any. Never done a bust before. Like I have a fairly low turnout or like turnaround time on the models that I paint. I wish I was better at more, like doing more. But unfortunately, I'm just a bit slow. So I just paint slow, and I quite like painting slow, so I don't really feel bad about it. But belly color. Yeah, I don't feel bad about it, but I wish I had more time. I really, really wish I had more time. I just... If I had more time, I would be painting a lot more. And yes, I know. Terrible paint process. Don't add me. It's literally just to block in the colors, because otherwise I will be sad if I do this the slow way. Pace comes with repetition as well. Some things are more difficult to keep high speed. Yeah, I think the thing is, I always paint the larger models, the single larger projects, because I just find those the coolest, which is fine, but it also means that it's just going to be slow, because I just have things just are slower if you're painting projects like that, so it is what it is. See if I can bring some continuity into this. Oh god. That's really hard to say because I'm not actually painting all the time when I'm streaming. Oh god. I mean, I started Fulgrim in March, but I didn't paint him all the time. And there's a lot of chatting, a lot of not super focused stuff. I think I did about, I want to say like 13-ish streams on him, of like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. Oh, way more than 40 hours, way more. More like closer to like 90 hours, I would say. But the problem is that they're not actually focused hours. They're like this. Like I'm talking now. I'm not painting. It's not the same. Like if I think probably 40 hours is probably, if I put my mind to it, I probably could do it in 40 hours. That's probably a sort of yeah, it's difficult because I'm painting on camera and it's not Oh, Christ. It's yeah, you'd think, oh, that's easy to keep track of because you've got literal painting time on your streams, which you can count up and add up. But because there's so much bullshit in between there, and repositioning and cameras and tech issues and etc., it's I don't feel like it's an accurate representation of what it would take if I would actually sit here and painted it. Perfectly reasonable. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would be quicker if I wasn't streaming the work. But because I've never done any big project by myself, not on camera, I don't actually know. I'd have to test it out early. Warlord Titan. Oh god. I'd have to do a grand reveal and everything. Now Warlord Titan is a little bit outside of my budget. I do have a Knight... Is it a Castigator? It is! Zarasta's Knight Castigator. Which I'm very excited about. Which I will be painting soon, but I'm not sure when yet. It's going to be soon, just not sure when. But that's going to be a combined effort. Yeah, I really like that kit. It's really cool. It's probably my favorite normal knight kit. Yeah, he is very cool. I'm very excited about painting that as a Christmas present. So I'm, yeah, super stoked. Ooh, Christ! Nearly, well, not even nearly. I just absolutely squirted out a bunch of gold onto my palette. What the actual? You're supposed to be a speed paint. Why are you blobbing? But yeah, I'm very excited about that, but I'll be using the airbrush on that to start with. I don't know how much fun that will be to sit and watch, because there will be a lot of cleaning of the cup in between things and... Oh no, I have a clog. Oh no, needle. Gunky needle. Plus the noise of the compressor and everything. It's yeah, I don't think for me I've got a freaking dog hair in my gold. It's like, why is my whole paint moving when I'm just touching my tip of the brush tool to the palette, and it's just like slipping around like... But yeah, I'm very excited about that one. It's gonna be very fun. You kind of want to pick up Mortarion at some point, just because it's an absolute monster of a model that also scares you as a painter, to do justice. Dog hairs in the gold paint, yeah, I know. I want to paint Mortarion as well. The problem I have with Mortarion is that Nick is painting him at the moment. And I don't want it to be like... There's actually a lot of models that I wouldn't mind giving a go at some point. but I don't want it to turn into a oh yours is better than mine kind of situation where his is better or mine is better and we are comparing the same kits. I don't really like that idea. So I'd prefer to buy a slightly different. Hey, how are you doing, Alex? You alright? So yeah, I don't think Mortarion is in the cards for me anytime soon. But possibly in the future at some point. I wouldn't mind doing one of the other big boys at some point, but we shall see. Good as can be. Yeah, fair enough. Success competitions tend to go only one way. Yeah, I don't really like it. I don't really like the comparison. I'd much rather just have... Yeah. Everyone do their own... We both do our own thing, and then maybe a couple of years down the line when we're both grown as painters, like we can both have a resit or whatever. Try things again, or... But yeah, I don't like the idea of it becoming a competition. Not like that, anyway. I like how you put a aubergine in there. It's the very sensible censorship. There's a lot of gold on this model, but that's okay. Try and work out what is gold and what isn't. What isn't. Can't be too unhinged in here. Save them for real life. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, my stream I feel should be like, if not fully PG, because I know I curse and I come out with the occasional nonsense. At least should feel. Yeah, I don't want 18 plus people to feel like ugh when they come in here. I don't recommend my stream for kids. That is very much not what I'm for. But I don't want it to be an unwelcoming environment either. The only problem is that I have very little outlet outside of streams to be a degenerate. Like most people have like colleagues or something, or a colleague that they can be a little bit unhinged with. And I don't have that. So I have Nivian. Which is pretty good, to be honest. But yeah. I am way more unhinged than I come across, which is fun for some people. You're just unhinged half of the time, no matter what. Yeah. See, I feel like if we can't say the things that come up in our minds, the world just gets a little bit sadder. And I know we shouldn't go out, because I also don't want to be anyone to feel hurt or whatever, but I'm also like, I I just want a lol. Hey Mercy, how are you doing? How's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, but I think it's only been like a week, so I should probably just stop my mouth hole. Got one long distance friend who the most weird unhinged friendship ever with. If it was for her, you don't know how you would manage. Yeah, I have one of those. Like one friend who I haven't seen him in a year now. Because the only time I was able to go back to the Netherlands, I had no time to meet up with anyone because I literally had my schedule so full that it was problematic. But we send each other a couple of memes a week, and we still occasionally talk and stuff. And I feel like if we met up again, it would be like old times. It's one of those people that you just pick things right back up. Oh, thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. I've been around in a bit. Life was busy, but in a good way. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. That is good to hear. Well, welcome back. It's nice to have you back. But good busy is nice. We like good busy. We hung out once. We've known each other for like 8 years. Yeah, I know. Time flies, doesn't it? No, we used to work together. My Dutch friend and I. We used to work in the same shop. And it got to a point where we were like, we could barely look at each other and without laughing. So our boss moved us apart. We weren't allowed to work in the same shop anymore. So I got moved to a different shop. I mean, he made me manager of it, so it wasn't like a demotion, but it was definitely a case of you two shouldn't be working together because it's crazy. She's in Brum and you being in Sweden doesn't exactly make it. No, I don't know where Brum is. Unless it's Birmingham. In which case I do know where it is. Why do I... Every time I start painting... and if I haven't got anything to say for a few minutes... The first thing that pops up in my head is the freaking Henry Hoover thing. I don't understand why. Because I don't think I've even ever seen a Henry Hoover ad. How do I normally fix a paint that flowed into the wrong areas? It depends on what kind of paint it is. Usually if it's still wet, you can use like a damp brush and like lift it out gently. If it's a contrast, you can just move it around. At the moment, I am very much just painting color on the model, so I don't have to look at the grey anymore because I really don't like looking at the grey. And I really don't enjoy doing base coating, so I use speed paints, contrast paints to put the color on, so that when I am ready for it, so that my I get to do the layering quicker. I really enjoy layering and highlighting, so that's the fun part. And the other bits are all boring. So in a while, about a year ago. It was weird. What, Henry Hoover? I had to think about what you saw in the wild. Like, I saw it? Like, what? How? Henry Hoover. It is weird. We have them at work. Because apparently they're really good side hoovers because you don't really need to put a bag in them. You can just empty the entire thing. You just go straight in there. But because of that, I'm not a huge fan of them. They're great, but they're always full of gunk, and I know that's not the Hoover's fault, but I've never been able to use one and feel happy about it because it's always full of shit, of like bits of mortar and bits of cable that have been hoovered up, and it's just like so cringe. Alright, there's a lot of gold. Have I done all the gold? No. Birmingham. Yeah, I thought it was Birmingham. Okay, cool. But yes, that isn't drivable. No, that is quite literally not drivable. Have you got pizza? ADHD much? Cotton moment. ADHD, look at... Hey, look, a squirrel, yeah. Yeah, I've not been diagnosed ADHD. They said that I have some traits, but the diagnosis is autism. Yeah, they wouldn't give me the ADHD label as well. But, this morning... What was it this morning? Last night? Let me try and think of this series of events. I was making dinner and I needed to put something back in the fridge. Then when I opened the fridge, I saw that there was one of the vegetable drawers was dirty. So I pulled the vegetable drawer out to wash the vegetable drawer. Washed that, put that to dry, then realized that the washing up rack thing was very full. So I started emptying that, and Nivian walked in and was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "What do you mean? I'm making dinner." And I was not making dinner, I was doing other things. But that in my mind that was a perfectly logical result. It's very much, hey look, a squirrel. Like in much the same way that I was hoovering earlier today. Hoovered next to the litter box, thought, oh, I should really clean the cat litter box. I'll do that after I take the Hoover downstairs. And I took the Hoover downstairs and I saw that the stairs were kind of dirty still. So instead of cleaning the cat litter box, I spent 40 minutes scraping a bit of rubber over the stairs. So... takes ages and burns things. Yes, it would burn things. Now, I'm fortunate in the sense that I don't burn things normally. The only thing that I ever burn are my own grilled cheese sandwiches for some reason. Don't ask me why. I always think that they will take longer, and they never do. But if I turn the heat down, I get bored. So, yeah. Send me a DM for later. Nice, thank you. I shall have a look at that later then. But yeah. They wouldn't diagnose me with ADHD. Not enough to be fully ADHD, but definitely enough to have autism. So here we are. Get a bitterness from the burnt crust. See, I don't like that on a... If I make a grilled cheese, the best ones for me, my favourite type of grilled cheese, is white bread, salted butter on the outside, feta cheese inside it, that in a hot frying pan, and then with ketchup to dip, which is rank, obviously, but ideally ketchup mixed with chili sauce, sweet chili sauce. Lucky I only need to cook 3 times a week now. So it's actually tasting more than half the time a week. Oh my god. You should get something like HelloFresh or something for the other 3 days where you're the ones that you struggle with, because it's genuinely easy and you can pick recipes that are actually really freaking easy. I like HelloFresh. I don't have it at the moment because we prefer to only use HelloFresh if we have a discount. So we switch between our accounts depending on who has the bigger discount at that point in time. I should probably use red for that instead. And a darker brown. The other days the food is cooked for you, so you can't complain. But yeah, try to take these meal boxes. Yeah, so there's some that are really really good, and some that are not great. So I do really like HelloFresh because I feel like the quality is good, portions are reasonably good, and yeah, I like the things that you can choose. But there are also ones where you get the spices mix or something, and then you still have to go buy your own ingredients, and that to me just takes away the whole. That removes the whole convenience thing. Like, I'm ordering this for you to provide me with all the materials, all the ingredients, so I don't have to go out and cook it. Like, why would I order half of what I need? I actually had a milkman ring the doorbell earlier today. Apparently they're doing like a drive in our area, And they're doing like a try us out now kind of situation. So I said yes, I'd like to try that because I know it's just milk and yogurt and stuff, but maybe they have got your pizza now, walking home still warm, nice. Oh, you managed to learn how to bake proper bread. Oh, bread is so good, freshly baked. It's one of the best things ever. But yeah, I did say yes to get like one delivery of the milkman thing. You can add things like yogurt and stuff, and I want to see if they have nice cheese. Because I don't like supermarket cheese. It's the one thing that I miss, or one of the main things that I miss from the Netherlands, and it's good cheese being more readily available. I say that now, my actual nice little cheese shop is shut in the Netherlands. Still heartbroken, but obviously there's hundreds more, but my favourite little shop has closed. So you wanted to know what I do to get paint off that gets into wrong areas, Mercy? This is what I do. I got it on the leg and now it's not. Which one was it? It was a little shop in Amsterdam called Het Kaasboertje. And they were near the Albert Kuip market. And I used to go there every time I went back to Amsterdam, and they would vacuum seal cheese for me so I could take it back on the plane. And I loved that shop, but the owner didn't or couldn't continue because I think he had a child with a disability and he wanted to spend more time at home. And he didn't want to sell it to someone who would either run it into the ground, his life's work, or not love it the same way he did. So rather than watching it slowly turn into something else, or something other than what he wanted it to be, he just closed it. Because none of his staff members apparently were interested in buying, and just... yeah, sad times. Thank you for the lurk, Chris. I really appreciate it. I licked the paint off. Well, I used a damp brush to sort of absorb most of the paint. And then I licked the tip back onto my brush, so it was nice and pointy and I could go back in and do it again. They're all acrylic, so it doesn't really matter. No one's gonna die from licking a bit of paint. And if I do, what a way to go. Yeah, just brush in water, run it off, like on a bit of paper or whatever, and then you can just reliquify. And there you go. Right, that is the majority of the base coat done. I don't know what to do with the shield yet, so I have to have a think about that. Bony matter for some things. I also need to decide what color the feathers on the head are going to have to be. This is bony matter. And it's exactly non-oil, straight from the pot. Delicious. tastes good too. Of all the paints, non-oil tastes the best. So I've been told. I've not tried them all, so... But it's easy to end up with a bit of paint. I should do the mouth before I do the teeth, really, but here we are. Oh, it's acrylic paint. Like, I wouldn't suggest doing it with oil paints or like metallics or something like that, but... And I wouldn't go sit here and drink your paint, but it's it's not terrible bad for you, let's put it that way. Oh, but this is literally contrast paint. And I literally just put this on to cover the grey because I hate looking at grey. And it's not tidy at all. It's super messy. I've got paint everywhere in areas where it shouldn't be. So I'll have to touch things up, but I really, really don't like looking at a grey model. It stresses me out. Plus I don't like base coating, so I just slap some contrast paint on, speed paint on, and then I don't have to worry about the grey. The glue smells more tasty than the paint? No! Positive bristle liquors, hell yeah. No, it does not. What? Like, to me, a plastic cement? Or are you thinking super glue? Because both are a bad take. Oh, you know it smells horrible? UV resin. Ugh. Plastic cement. I don't think it does, but maybe I'm missing something. Bear with. It does not smell like candy. I don't know what kind of candy you're eating, but that does not smell like candy. Yeah, UV resin is awful. Right, okay. This is going to be good enough for now, and then I will do the last one. I don't need to worry about it looking horrible when I'm painting. To me, that's half the fun. Bear with. Bony matter. Green back. Blue back. Orange back. Ochre back. Green back. Right, so what are we doing? I think bright jade. Bright green. Dark turquoise. Yeah, that'll be turquoise, and I'm gonna try pro acryl today. A lot of aquamarine. That looks no, not that today. Some forest green. What's this? Marine blue. That doesn't look. Look at that. That does not look blue. Clunk. Marine blue. It looks like a really dark green, people. Don't like that. Too dark. Yeah, let's start with this. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've ever felt the need to sniff glue in any way. Not really my bag. Ooh, camera. I prefer paint. What I do like the smell of is there's one specific grass tuft that smells nice, and well, yeah, it's in the air. Yeah. Well, that's an interesting coverage. Alrighty then. Forest green, apparently. I'm trying to think what I really like the smell of. I think one of my favorite hobby smells is the smell of pencil shavings. When someone's sharpened a pencil. That smell. Like the woodsy... Yeah, that's one of my favorite hobby smells. I used to have really nice color pencils. I still have them, but I don't use them anymore because I now paint instead of draw. But I used to love the smell of the pencil shavings. One of my friends in school used to collect the broken off pencil tips. So if someone's pencil broke while they were drawing with it or writing, or if they were sharpening a pencil and they sharpened it too much, she would always ask if she could have the broken off tip, and she had this whole like a little glass jar full of pencil tips. So when Sinterklaas came round and we had to make surprise presents for our classmates, I made her a paper mache rabbit which had a water bottle built into it. So the mouth hole was like the mouth of the water bottle, and I spent best part of an evening sharpening pencils and breaking the tip off and sharpening them again, breaking the tip off, and I filled a good portion of this bottle with pencil tips, and then the carrot, and I made a carrot from paper mache and I stuck that in the mouth of the rabbit, so that when she pulled the carrot out, all the pencil heads would the tips would come out. Really did like making surprise presents for people. That was a really fun tradition. Which I didn't realise until I moved away is very much a Dutch tradition. Making surprise presents and writing a poem to go with it so that the person who received the present would have to read out the poem to the rest of the group and open their surprise present. I really did a couple of absolute bangers. I only ever used to get really shit ones back though. Some people just really did not like doing it or weren't very creative or whatever. So they all, there was a year where I literally, I made, because this was for a guy in my class who was really, really good at music. Incidentally, he's now an orchestra conductor. What's it called? Like the person who with the little wavy stick. And he used to play the piano. He used to love playing the piano when we were in school. So I built him a piano, and inside the piano, like yay big. Inside the piano, I put his presents, and I built him a little eccentric musician with like a fancy jacket and wild hair, like the way you would imagine an eccentric musician. And I made him sit on a little chair behind the piano. I do still have photos of that somewhere hidden. Like they were very much out of focus because this was from before mobile phones. Paint, how are you?
I'm not a shrimp!
Thank you for the care package. Post your check. I did need to cover it, so that's a good shout. Thank you. 7-Up really has changed over the years, hasn't it? You're very sleepy. Oh, stretch, bear with. Love a good stretch. You're very sleepy? Yeah, me too. But I'm like contented sleepy, which doesn't happen for me very often. Just shows you how much I struggle with work at the moment. That one day that I accidentally can't go to work, I feel I get way more done because I do cleaning and all that stuff and hobby stuff, and I still feel better by the end of the day. Feeling really tired this week. Oh man, that's not bueno. It's not bueno. But yeah, the year I made that guy on the piano, I spent, what? I think I worked on it for weeks in the evenings. And the surprise present that I was gifted back was a shop-bought chocolate letter, which always comes in a flat pack, like a flat box, with he'd opened the box, put a pencil in there and an eraser, and the poem was like 3 lines, said something like, yeah, Sinterklaas really didn't know what to give you, so here you go. Oh, thanks. You didn't know I had lizards? Well, it's a 3D print from One Page Rules, which I've had on my shelf for a long time. A very, very long time. It literally had dust webs on it when I picked it off the shelf earlier. But I figured as I finished the black coach and I haven't finished building my deepkin yet. I should do something that's already been built and primed and is ready to go. Instead of mucking about with stuff that requires a lot of work and has me stressed and like, oh my god, I haven't finished building and priming them yet and I need to stream in an hour. Not that I was doing that, but... But yes, I wanted to avoid that, so... Here we are. Not doing that and just using something that I already had, and there's a nice little palette cleanser. Both mentally and... well... projectily, I suppose. It's physically, I guess, but yeah. Why do you not have any paint under your hands? Yeah, I very much prefer these. I feel like they look better than the G-Dubs version of a Lizardman. I feel like these are more interesting, look less clunky. They're less clunky than the G-Dubs ones. And yeah, they're just fun. What do you mean? I can hold a brush. Because when people are saying like, oh, I'm gonna paint Lizardman, I'm gonna buy the box and paint them, and I was like, I like them, and there are some really cool models in there. Like there's a really big lizard that's really freaking cool. Didn't you paint that, Alex? I'm not sure if you're still here, but you painted. I feel like you painted some really big lizard boy. That's really cool. But the generic troops just don't really do it for me. Hence the one-page rules. Because I do think these look very cool. Okay. I am excited about most things that Games Workshop bring out, to be fair. I like a lot of the stuff that they release. I wouldn't necessarily want to paint everything, because not everything is in my wheelhouse in that respect, but I do think they've done some cool stuff in recent years. Although I do miss Nagash and the Screamer Killer. I wish they would do something iconic like that again. But I suppose they can't deliberately make something stupid ugly now. 3 weeks, you're gonna get your bank account cleaned when you visit. Oh, Element Games. Amazing. Yeah, I can't leave Element without buying a bunch of things. It's usually paints more than anything else. But yeah, it's a dangerous store. These are big guys, are so cool regardless of army. Yeah. Alariel is super cool. Belthanos is super cool. Even Tree Lord is super cool. I really like the Rat Ogres are cool. The Claw Lord is cool. I think the only one that I might not be a huge fan of it is the massive rat. Can't think of his name now. Typhus Corrosion Paint, some of the Heresy tanks, and oh yeah, they have so much. You'll have a fantastic time. Like, I wish my memory was better, because sometimes I think of models that I really, really like, and then completely forget about that thought like 20 minutes later. So I end up forgetting about really cool stuff until someone reminds me. It's not necessarily the worst thing, because like I was saying earlier, not a super quick painter, so generally speaking, don't have all the time in the world to paint everything that I want to paint. Were you thinking of anything specific, Paint? Any models that you think are particularly cool? You want Typhus? The Deinonychus, yeah. Yeah, fair. That is a very cool model, yeah. Dragons, yeah. Also fair. Some absolutely insanely good dragon models out there. Thinking about it, I don't think I've ever painted a dragon. I have Strack, the Squidmar dragon, which I will have to paint at some point. Yeah, no, go for it. You can post links. It's I turned off the bot muting thing. Yes. Very cool. I mean, to be fair, like I also really like the Saturnine. I feel like they are incredibly silly and I love it. Cryos battle tank. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. I smell what you're cooking. The ogre mammoth guys. Link me? I really like the like humanoid-ish characters. The ones that are not quite human, but show like mostly human. And I like painting skin, so that is always fun. I'm not a huge fan of painting fur. Don't mind feathers, but fur is a bit meh. The tank model will be on the shelf for a while until you learn to make that. Yeah, apparently there's loads of like tricks for that. Oh, Oh, the thunder tusks. Yeah, they are cool. I actually looked at those for a competition model, but I felt like they would look best in like a white or a grey, and I did not want to paint white or grey for competition model. Boring. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? There are some absolutely wonderful, wonderful sculpts out there, and I hate that I am limited in my time. You miss your staff discount, yeah, I bet you do. I'd love to have a staff discount, but also not, because it's really dangerous. Because you just end up with a massive backlog. Not that that's a problem necessarily, but you know what I mean. I don't want to put that kind of pressure on me. Technical models more on the organic nature of the creatures. Yeah, I mean, that's... So, some people prefer... I find... like humanoid, like things with skin and stuff like that, I tend to find that easier or more interesting to paint than like metallics or metals. I don't dislike it. I had a really good time with my my dreadnought, for example, but I haven't done enough of it yet to feel really confident with it. So it's still a bit of a skill. It's because I started with Age of Sigmar, so all my early models were all, well, Sylvaneth mostly. I did Clan Rats or like Skaven very early on. I did Uruks quite early on. Yeah, it's only more recently that I've started to branch out into like 40k and doing things like metal and vehicles and stuff like that. Because we're looking for a stage-by-stage painter. Yeah, I'm not that. Haven't they also just fired like a load of painters? I thought they just got rid of a load of people in the arts department. I'm very much not a heavy metal painter. So their style is not really my style. Don't get me wrong, the results are stunning, but because our stock price going up though, so you wonder why they're firing people. I mean, they're always... It's a business, right? So they're... If they can get freelancers to do their stuff, why would they pay pensions for people and national insurance if you can get self-employed people who have to sort their own pension out? I reckon it's one of those. I also feel like Games Workshop stock price is always going up. Hey Ben, how are you doing? That's a lot more paint than I had planned, but oh well. Considering buying some of their stocks since it looks like Warhammer gets more and more popular. I mean, it's definitely I would think it's probably a decent investment. Purely based on the, like you say, the popularity and how more and more it's not just a nerd thing. But more and more people are doing it. Not getting involved? No, you wouldn't, no. Look, Games Workshop is very much a business, and the model is very much for Games Workshop to make the money, not the artists or the designers, the sculptors, the painters. Which is absolutely fair enough. Well, it doesn't make for a very nice company. That said, I am an absolute slave to their product, so I'm not going to complain too much. They make some amazing models, and their paints are decent, and company worth like 6 billion. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Doop, 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 doop. Consensual consumerism. Yeah, exactly. Yes, I'm okay with punishment to my wallet as long as I get plastic. That's it. It's as long as I get my plastic crack, then yeah, it's one of those things. Like how far are you willing to let your morals be pushed, right? We used to have a guy on our World of Warcraft team who quit over the whole Hong Kong thing because he just couldn't align his views with what Blizzard were doing around the whole Hong Kong issue. I can't even remember what it was now. I'm so not into politics that it's like, yeah, whatever. Like, if you don't do what makes you feel good. Cheaper than therapy, 100%. More effective too. In some ways, anyway. I wouldn't recommend it as the only option, like the only therapy or self-healing that you do, but it's very much a great way to reset the brain. You remember? Yeah. Fuck politics. Exactly. Let me paint my word, Ollies. I literally do not watch the news. And I know that's probably bad. But I just can't deal with that. I just can't. I've got... like, my brain is difficult enough to live with as it is without having to worry about other people's politics, the horrors of the wars in the world, and the dramas of inflation and all that. I know it's bad. The more I see of it, the less I want to know, so quite literally do not watch the news. I feel like if it's something I really need to know, it will make its way to me. Remember the Death Star? Yeah, I remember. And this is the politics behind whatever you like. The news is also just a way to... Oh, yeah. It's problematic because there are some like views and things that I really have an issue with. So without knowing the politics behind things, sometimes it's quite difficult to not get involved with products that I don't want to endorse. Warhammer's cheaper than a night out, absolutely. Better for your health as well. Like we've had this conversation before, but like the amount of money people spend on a night out, and they say, "Oh, Warhammer's really expensive. It's a really expensive hobby." It's like, no, it really isn't. I mean, yes, it's a decent amount of money, but it's compared to what people spend on, like you say, nights out, and on stuff that is way less healthy. Yeah. I feel like we've got it all right. The only news you check is the economic news. I stay away from that too. Not because I think that I shouldn't know, but because I know how stressed it will make me if I know too much. I already worried way too much about things as it is. I don't need that on top of everything. Excuse me. Whatever the outcome, we can't control any of it. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not even allowed to vote here. I can vote for the local elections, for the local council, but because I'm not an English national, I'm not allowed to vote for general elections or anything like that. So, I'm like, why would I even worry about it if I'm not allowed to influence it anyway? As long as we don't participate in cruelties. Exactly. C'est la vie, swap. And shit happens and all that. I think a certain clan needs to lose his job and go back to golfing. Oh, I agree. I think orange face paint does not suit the kind of power he has. Get another pandemic talking about 2 army projects and lots of brushes. Yes. I did not hate the pandemic. I mean, I hate what it did. I hate how many people got really, really sick and got like long COVID and stuff like that. I hate that. I did not hate the lockdowns. I did not hate the limited amount of people in shops and shopping trolleys getting sanitized. It was like heaven for me. I hate how dirty things are. President with elegance, please. I mean, God. It's a shame that we can't have Obama back. I liked Obama. Or even Kamala Harris was a good shout to me. But here we are. Another thing that I have zero influence over, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Before your painter's time, you knew about the hobby, but you never gave it a thought. COVID got you painting, which made you go on Twitch, which let you... Oh, that's nice. See, COVID's pretty cool. I mean, not COVID, but the pandemic. I also didn't paint yet then. I played a lot of Animal Crossing, especially during the start, like during the, was it the second or third English lockdown, UK lockdown? By that point I had been made, or like put on furlough, so I was getting paid 60% of my actual wages, because the company I worked for at the time, they were in hospitality, IT and telecoms for the hospitality industry, and there isn't an awful lot of hospitality when everything is closed. So I got put on leave, which was very stressful, and Animal Crossing got me through it at the time. I wish I'd painted by then. I would have loved the time to paint. Yeah, I would have also liked Kamala. I want to see. Yeah, absolutely. I very much think it's insane that presidents are, in some cases, barely able to function. Joe Biden, was proper geriatric. Basically, I feel like anyone who shouldn't have to live through the consequences of parliamentary decisions should be able to make those decisions. You bought a box of 40k during lockdown with the intent of getting back into painting as a way to kill time. Then you bought The Witcher 3 on sale. That heard the idea, yeah. Didn't actually pick the models up to actually paint until about a year and a bit ago. Well, things take time, right? We can't rush these things. It's very important to take things as they go and enjoy them, and don't push yourself, especially with something that's supposed to be an enjoyable hobby. If you don't like it, it's not fun. Like if you're not ready for it, it's not fun to do. So yeah, I very much would always suggest to anyone who will listen, that you're much better off doing a hobby that you actually enjoy, when you enjoy it and when you feel ready for it, because it is incredibly stressful to have a hobby that you feel like you have to do, but that you don't actually have either the time or the inclination for. It just doesn't, it just adds a lot of pressure onto something that should be an enjoyable pastime. It's not a great thing about model. They wait until you're ready, they don't go bad. Yeah, they don't corrode. Let things progress naturally, don't force things. Ebb and flow, yeah, absolutely. This is why this model has been sat on my shelf for months, and all of a sudden I thought, you know what? Hell yeah. You're still working on your very first model, which is about 8 months ago. Well, things take time. Nothing good comes from rushing these things. And, yeah, I feel like, being able to do things at your own pace in a way that feels good to you is the only way we should be doing this hobby. I absolutely disagree with the whole things should look a certain way. Yeah, to me, this hobby is a way to express yourself, a way to get out of your head, which sounds contradictory considering I think a lot when I'm painting, but I think in a different way. I stop obsessing over things usually, and it helps me. It makes me feel better. So, very much against forcing anyone or any kind of schedule onto anyone. I feel like it should be the one thing that we can all just enjoy in our own way. And to me, celebrate the different ways of doing this hobby as well. Like, I love that people have different ways of painting, that people enjoy different parts of the hobbies as well. Like, some people like to build, other people like to paint, other people only like to play. Like, it's awesome to me that this is such a diverse hobby and that people can find things that they enjoy in the different aspects of it. Just hoping to get 1,000 points of salamanders done before the 11th edition gets here. That'd be nice, yeah. US already had 4 years of Trump to understand how he got back in, especially... yeah, oh yeah, he's... yeah. A lot of money, Ben, is the answer. Certain people supporting certain people and pushing their narrative by using a lot of money. And yeah. Always comes back to money. Takes time. Battling OCD to make it just right takes more time. Oh, absolutely. And in a way, it can help. Like, there are certain things that you just need to let happen when you're painting. So in a way, it can help with learning to deal with things that don't necessarily go the way you had in mind initially. But it's... oh, God. Like that. It's hard. Hobby is for everyone in one way or another. Gamers, collectors, painters, and uber tryhards. Absolutely. Is K-pop Demon Hunter still stuck in my head? No. I mean, a little bit. I'm not obsessively listening to the songs anymore. Still a fan, but not as obsessed as I was for a while. It's my hyper focus thing that's not yet. Don't get me wrong, I really like it, but once mine is finished and people ask how long did it take, Give them the look and say a year and a half. Oh, thank you. It's just how it's done, John. It's just how it's done. Great movie. Can't wait for the second one. Because we all know there'll be a second one with how successful this first one was. They left the story wide open. So many options. You finished Havoc earlier this evening, decent flick. Haven't watched that. I've been watching The Traitors, BBC. Now I'm waiting for the next episode to come out. You're off to bed? Thank you for hanging out with us, Mercy. I really appreciate it. Hope you'll sleep well. We dropped a resin figure on the floor. Oh no! Broke it to a million pieces. Go back. Oh no. I like what you're doing. I kind of hate what you're doing, if that makes sense. I do like how it's done. Evil bastard. Animal detector. Yes, I do. That's why I use speed paints for it. Speed paints or contrast paints, anything to just slap some color on. And then from that I get to do the fun stuff, the layering and the highlighting. That's literally what I did here earlier on this model. I literally just slapped contrast paint on, speed paint on, just so I could do the rest. Chris, hello! Welcome Raiders. How you doing? not sorry, because your chest hurts. Well, that's how it's supposed to be. Welcome Raiders. How are you all doing? How's it going? How was your stream, Chris? Bonk. John, how are you doing, Johnny? Thanks for the look, I appreciate it. Have a nice evening. Sleep well and all that when you get to it. What were you working on, Chris? I had just enough time to drop a quick lurk, but I didn't. I was already streaming by the time I realized that you were also streaming, like a silly sausage. Cool model. Yeah, it's just a one-page rules. I say just a one-page rules model that I've had on the shelf for a long time, and I finished painting the black coach today. I finished the base on that. Bear with, I'll show. Doing good. I'm glad to hear it. You're painting a big bull. Nice. Don't know which big bull that is. I'm all right. Yeah, I had a bit of a strange day today because the road from my house to basically towards dog daycare and work, a lorry overturned last night, so they closed the road. And I tried to get through a different route. I left 7:15, hoping to be able to get to doggy daycare like 8:15, so I could just about like get to work maybe a little bit. Normally that drive is 20 minutes. Ah, the name's character from the Chaos Wars. Cool. Yeah, normally that drive is about 20 minutes. It took me 45 minutes to do 400 meters. So I messaged my boss and I said, this is not going to work. I'm going to have to take a day off today. And so I turned around, cleaned the house, did did 2 washes, hoovered the whole house, and saw that the stairs had like some old like cat hair and stuff in like the creases. So I went and grabbed the rubber brush and like scraped out every individual step and everything. Did you somehow miss all this traffic? I feel like times were really chill for traffic last couple of days. You must have done. This is from like Felixstowe to Ipswich. There was an overturned lorry near Trimley. And I could not get out of Felixstowe this morning. Like, impossible. It was impossible. So yeah, I finished my black coach. I need to get some new batteries in my UV light because the well, I had to pay for the free day. Like, I had to use a holiday day for it. And Nivian was working from home today because we were supposed to get an IKEA delivery today, which we did. Yeah, I felt like I should do at least a couple of things that were sensible. So I did a few things, and then it was like 11 o'clock-ish. And I did spend some time in the garage, and then had my lunch, read my book for a bit. But yeah. But this was fun. I was really glad that I was finally Black Coach finally done. Yeah, it's yeah, traffic was horrendous. Like I literally sat trying to get out of Felixstowe via Trimley for Nick's mum has a house about 5 minutes down the road from us, which is on route through like the internal roads and stuff. He's not here. He's playing probably D4 or D3. Oh no, he was doing some World of Warcraft remix thing tonight. No, it was from getting from Felixstowe to Ipswich. That was a nightmare. Ipswich itself has been fine, I think. But yeah, I just couldn't get out of Felixstowe. Yeah, the road in front of Nick's mum's house was gridlocked. My sat-nav sent me one road over, and that was gridlocked. Oh, meowdy! He just finished the remix stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it was horrendous. It was it was really bad. I literally left 7:15 and 10 to 8. I was like, I haven't even made it out of Felixstowe yet. I called dog daycare, so like, what time is the latest I can drop the dog off, because I don't know I'll be able to make it in time. And they said, well, you're not the only one. Our manager also lives in Felixstowe, and she also hasn't made it in yet, and that was around 9:30. So yeah, it's shocking. Ah, thank you. We're going to do more, but Kev wants to go watch Traitors. Oh, I need to watch Traitors, but I might watch that in bed later. I'll have to charge the iPad. Nivian. I need to set up my Nightbot so it automatically shouts out people who do raids or who bring raids to me. is I always forget to do it, and every time I think, oh shit, when someone else does it for me. And thank you, cat. That's what mods are for, true. True. That would imply that I have this at least 1 or 2 people always in my chat, and I don't necessarily do have that, so... And I don't really understand enough of the whole streaming stuff to just set it up in a certain way. Or I understand it, but it takes me a very long time to get things like that sorted, and I find it frustrating and stressful, and I just want to paint. I just want to paint. No one needs to waste follows on me. Shush! Yeah, that cat. Shush your mouth hole. No one needs to waste follows on me anyway. Shocker. No. I don't know what else I expected, to be honest. Taking lessons of Lauren. You. I don't think he needs lessons. I think Chris is one of the most bratty people I know. And I mean that in the best way possible. I would like to take... Is it a leaf from your book? Is that the expression? I love a bit of bratty. Wooed? So wooed. Have you met me? No one needs to say, don't waste time on me. No, sit down. Be good. Exactly, we do not. We do not do negative self-talk in here. You're allowed to complain, as everyone is, like about shit that's going on. We're not gonna be negative about ourselves. No siree. Almost like we're all on the same page. Crazy, isn't it? It's a hive mind, cat. Best kind of hive mind. Don't do negative self-talk, you do positive self-talking. That's how it's done, Johan. Honestly. Making me want to watch the movie again. Gosh darn you. Oh, she's been trying, Cat. She's been trying, but it's a hell of a journey for him. And he will also have just started his internship with Squidmar at that point, so chances are very slim. Unless he can convince Squidmar or Emil to come over, that'd be awesome. Yes, exactly. Yeah, Johan. It'd be good opportunities to go to Birmingham as well. It'd be a hell of a journey, but you can see your other friend. And you can see us. It's convince Emil to pay for your flight if you get a chance. Yeah, that'd be nice. And you can be his the Squidmar representative to RoseCon. How cool would that be? It's all for mental health and inclusiveness and all that. Exactly, get Emil to come with you. Maybe next year, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how exciting Cardiff is for people, but they can... Well, they can go... They can put a Warhammer Worlds excursion on the end of it or something. Oh man, all three of them should come, yeah. Johan, don't be... Don't. Don't. First off... And I end every single freaking stream with... Exactly. There you go. Didn't know I was invited. How dare you. Everyone's invited until we run out of tickets. Yeah, exactly. And even then, like, you can pretend that you didn't know. No, don't do ChillCon. I can't do ChillCon and RoseCon. I mean, you'll get to meet White Wolf if you go to ChillCon. He goes to ChillCon. Or was it at Games Workshop? Do you reckon it looked like Stegon scale paint? I went, yes. I know, right? That's ridiculous. No, no, not at UK Games Expo. No, no. RoseCon. Small scale. Exclusive. Specifically in the aid of supporting those with mental health, physical problems, fight against adversity, inclusiveness in every way, shape or form, basically. Plus, just generally, just really fun people. We could do with a celebrity turnout. Where we could be free. Yeah. I can't sing that. I wish I could. I wish I had the voice for it, but I don't. I can't sing. So the free is not really in my wheelhouse, sadly. That's one thing I always really envy. It's the one kind of like musical skill that you can only learn to a certain extent. Like Most other things you can practice, 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 practice. No, he's not quoting Smeagol. He's trying to get me to lose my shit over K-pop Demon Hunters again. Because I really like that movie. It made me really happy, and I got a little bit excited about it a few times in stream, and he's been quoting lyrics for the last hour. Milorcus, you need to clean down after stream. Admin doohickeys, of course, no worries. Thank you so much for the raid, Chris. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure to speak to you for a little bit again. It is a good movie. You can do his voice in person, it doesn't have the same effect in text. Well, his voice, who's what? Emil's voice or Genu. Gonna be golden, yeah. Oh, Smeagol's voice, yeah. He's already painted the golden parts, yeah. Much love, Chris. Have a lovely evening. Sleep well later. I used to be able to do Smeagol, but I haven't done it in a long time, and I'm not going to sit here and try because I will sound like an absolute moron. And no matter how much I like the pressures and all that. You can. Sometimes it starts to look awesome. Nice, thank you. It's fun. It's a fun little model, and it's nice to do something #completely different. And now for something completely different. For real, I want to talk about those pants, teddy bears, and choo-choo trains. Choo-choo. Teddy bears and choo-choo train? He's so cute in that section. I'm like, aw. I think that's like the first part where they try and really humanize him. Make him sound like less of an asshole. I need to watch it again. Don't really know when, but I want to watch it again. Wait, you haven't watched it yet, Ben? Your wife hates it, Paint. Why? Has she watched it? Because that is... I often find that people who don't like something, don't like it out of principle rather than out of an actual dislike of having seen it. It starts really silly. Spiredine, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Turn on the stream right now. Go watch it. No, exactly. None taken. Fully agree. Go watch that movie. Oh, she hates your impression. I was going to say, your wife hates K-pop Demon Hunters? Why? I mean, it's supposed to be creepy. Nick always makes me freak out because he likes to do really creepy voice, and he'll go stand behind me and say something really creepy in my ear, and it's usually like proper unhinged shit. Keep getting other things replaced on the priority list. Well, there's your problem, Ben. You should have been watching K-pop Demon Hunters all along. No, I wish I could do K-pop Demon Hunter. I wish I could do the songs. I mean, I do the songs. But only when I'm alone in the car. And no one has to suffer through it with me. That's not very fair on anyone. I feel even the dog shouldn't have to listen to it, to be honest. Oh no, I didn't think it was not that you hadn't seen Lord of the Rings. Of course you've seen Lord of the Rings. I feel like if I had all the time in the world, I'd probably be watching K-pop Demon Hunter once a week. They have a cave troll, yeah. Jace hasn't seen Lord of the Rings, even though he's got a star. Oh, poor Hobbit boy. You bow to no one seen as you in tears. Yeah. It is very good. I'm more for the motivational speech just before they storm the gates. That bit where they all go, for Frodo! And some of the people in that army have no idea who Frodo is, and they just stood there like, okay, whatever, but... Exactly, follow the Hot King, dude. Woohoo! I don't know how well I would do in a scenario like that. Too much of a pacifist to just follow someone into war. Actually, apart from the for Frodo is Whisper. Oh yeah, yeah. It's just between them. Today is not that day. All right. Cool, until I've grabbed a yellow. I think I am basically there with the skin. For this, now I just need to do the scales. And all that jazz. I have this lighter blue on my palette, which... Did I put that? I did put it on, but not... Yeah, I know. It's a great movie. K-pop Demon Hunters, though. Great movie too. For different reasons. And don't be put off by the first, like, 10 minutes. Because it feels really fucking weird. And you think, what the hell am I watching? And it looks really childish. But it gets less and less childish the more the movie continues. And the songs are just bangers. Oh yeah, he died, didn't he? Always sad when good actors die. Like, I'm still sad about Alan Rickman. Occasionally. Like, we'll never see him in another movie. Hello from Latvia! Oh, hello, Quishy. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. You're alright? I'm glad to hear it. Are you a painter as well? Do you like Warhammer or... Productive Hobby Day. Amazing. Please tell. Do tell. What did you get up to today? I also had a productive hobby day. I finished the Black Coach, which I had been working on for months. Other projects kept getting in the way. Kept getting pushed to to the background, and I finally finished it, and I'm really quite happy with it. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh shit, I don't have anything to I don't have anything to paint tonight, so I picked up one of the one-page rules models, which I've been meaning to paint for ages, but was just literally gathering dust on the little shelf here. I had to blow the literal webs off it when I picked it up. It's very fun. I'm really enjoying painting this. It's really it's a good time. It is a good time. Put a little bit of my paints back on the shelf because I really don't need to have all of them here. Oh my gosh. Are you old? No, not that old. Feels like it though. You washed and dry brushed about 30 British infantry plus guns. I'm pretty much done with the hull of 2 small infantry. Wow. Oh yes, thank you, Ben. I do love to see a good progress picture. I don't know what it is about normal orange paint, but it's all so washed out most of the time. This is a much better, deeper orange starting point for me, I think. So we go here. I really should have... No. Should I have painted the bottom of this tail? No, because this is a fun little side project and not a... I'm going to punish myself over minor issues with the model. Today is not that day. Oh, thank you. I saw the picture you put on Instagram. Was it Instagram? That looks crazy. Tiny bit more. Oh, why is it 20 to 10 already? Oh my god. Stupid real life. You get ready to play some WWE games. Nice. At least I had an extra holiday day. True. True. But it always makes me appreciate not being at work so much more. It makes it so much harder to go back. alcohol. Ugh, why am I doing this? Ugh. Why am I doing it? To buy my food for my dog. Corsair headset. I have those. Really enjoying painting vehicles recently. Nice. Oh, crazy. That looks really cool. Look at him in there. That is so cute. Oh my god. That is a productive day. Holy moly. Very nice. Yes. That is beautiful cat. Oh, and another one. Everyone's doing awesome hobby stuff. I love it. I love it. You tried pigment. Nice. How are you using them? Or in what way? Which might sound like a really silly question, but gonna let them dry overnight. Are you making a? Did you make a pigment wash with them? Don't know why I'm shaking this. It's a dry paint, so it's. I wonder if I could just dry brush that, actually. I mean, I know I could. Kind of, yeah. Grab a hairdryer, blow for 5 minutes, you're done. Blow the miniature. And then paste like consistency, put it on the tracks. Oh, nice, yes. Yes, I know this is not truly dry brushing. This is just adding some orange with the big brush. Trust me, I know. You're gonna seal it with varnish tomorrow before you paint the crew. Yeah, that's a good shout. Always a good idea if you use pigments to give it a varnish, because they tend to rub off. Behave, Johan. I'll rub off. No, you didn't say anything yet. You were thinking it though. I like it. How's your house move going, Johan? Have you found a flat yet? An apartment? You're in property thoughts again. My words, yeah, exactly. Not yet. Can I explain what dry brushing is? I mean, it can't be completely dry. Is it powder? No, it's you use a slightly damp brush, not a fully dry brush, but a brush like this, and you tap it into the color that you want to leave on the raised edges. You brush off most of it, like either on the side of your hand, so that only a tiny bit of color comes off your brush, and it will stick to the raised edges. You gotta clean the air fryer, but you'll be back. No worries. So what I'm doing at the moment isn't dry brushing, it's more of an overbrush, I think is what it's called. Mostly because there aren't as many edges on these as I would like for dry brushing. But yeah, dry brushing is really meant to quite quickly catch the raised edges to give you some more like definition. The main thing I've been told is to, instead of using a paper towel or something to wipe off the excess paint, to wipe it off on a dry palette or like a piece of like bit of wood or something like that. You're gonna go to sleep? No worries. Me too. Soon. Not too soon, but in a bit. Because if you pull too much of the moisture out of the brush, your paints can look quite chalky, which is obviously not what you are. Probably not what you want. In most cases, it's not what people want. So. Any artist opus video on dry brush? Absolutely. Pretty good at, yeah, he's only like half invented the freaking techniques. Or at the very least, perfected them. How are you doing, Zach? You alright? Yeah. Nice. There's some big emotions and I have no idea why. We'll get through it. Oh. I hope they're not all like emotions, but also some emotions. If you know what I mean. I assume you know what I mean, because got some sugar-free hazelnut syrup and decaf pods so you're enjoying. Ooh, very nice. You do? Nice. That was the intention. I hope that's the case. Because otherwise it's just grim. And decaf pods is a good shout, even if it doesn't really affect even if caffeine doesn't really affect you, it's still a good idea to not overload on caffeine. Unfortunately, all the former. Oh, crap. If you need or want an ear, where to find me. I can't promise to be immediately available because I have work tomorrow, but I do listen. And sometimes that helps. Mentally no caffeine effect, but your heart. Yeah, exactly. I get headaches if I don't drink it after I've had quite a lot of caffeine for a while, so while it doesn't really give me the energy boost that it should give, it sure does give me the headache. Like, you know, all that caffeine that you're not getting any benefit from? Fuck you! Headache's not something that's in your iced tea buffet, I'm afraid. Be happy. Headaches are the worst. Iced tea budget, okay. That makes more sense. Rightio. That is the orange on, sort of. I don't think it did, no. I think I may have missed something and it probably went whoosh. Oh, yeah, no, that would have gone over my head. If it was first very specific, then it would have to be something very specific to my... We don't do the moose. Big ass neon sign, obvious. Yeah, absolutely. Too tired. Right, cool. That's the orange on. And it's now nearly 10 o'clock, and I still need to walk the dog. So I need to go find someone to raid. Let's have a little looky look to see who is about. I'm getting to the point where my paint drawer, or my brush drawer is getting too full, so all my little brushes are falling off when I put them in my little drawer. Right, who do we have? Lewis. I member, but we don't. Right. Let's have a little look at hobby time at Healy's. I have been there before. It's always funny when I'm in my own stream when I'm looking at Twitch. Um, see who they what they're up to. Oh, that looks fun. Yeah, let's go there. That looks good. Right, I am going to yeah. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I've had quite a nice chill stream. I appreciate it. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the follows. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, Dino is coming along. He's kind of fun. I like him. And yeah, I'm going to send us on a raid to Hobby Time at Healy's. And I think that'll be quite nice. So go give them a little bit of love. I will be back on, I want to say Saturday. Let me just double check so I'm not full of shit. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm back Saturday. So yeah, let's go do that. Bye. Have a nice rest of your night and see you all soon. Thank you for the support. And go to RoseCon. RoseCon in April in Cardiff, in Wales. Please. Bye bye.